good afternoon. Welcome. Sunday. We're delighted that you're here. It's show. Well, Second Chance Sunday, so if you have missed any of the crafty action this week, we can recap on lots of the deals, lots of the brand new launches for you a little bit later. Over the course of the next couple of hours, though, a masterclass, and if you are new to us here at Crafters TV, this is where we bring you basically a couple of hours on a particular range or a particular style of crafting, and we help you to kind of get better within that particular thing. Today we're going to be talking about kind of construction and particularly box making. We have got some brilliant collections for you that's going to allow you to create the most perfect boxes, whether it be things like favour boxes, whether it be things like treat boxes. We've got loads of different ideas for you. We've got double-sided technology on the show. We've also got all of the instruments that you might need to help you make all of those boxes nice and easily. Plus, we've got loads of cardstock, loads of paper for you as well. It's going to be a brilliant show. Now, of course, I am not leading the masterclass. I'm not a master. I am a mere novice. But we do thankfully have someone who's very good at all of this over the other side of the studio. The lovely Lily is with us for masterclass today. It's going to be fun making some boxes, isn't it?
I can't wait. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. I love making boxes. It's just something a little bit different to a card, which is always nice, mixing it up in our crafty lives a little bit, so it's going to be a good one. So hope you can join us for the full 2 hours.
Yeah, and as always with a masterclass, it's all about your participation as well. So if you've got any questions, then do ask us, you know, whether it be specific to you know, one of the scoreboards that we've got, or any of the ranges that we've got, or maybe you haven't got any of the goodies that we've got on the show, you're thinking about buying something, but you need to know something before you do. Ask those questions on Facebook and on YouTube as well, and we'll answer them right throughout the show. But let's have a look at some of the boxes that we could be making with the goodies that we've got on the show.
Yeah, there's so much crafty goodies we've got on today's show, and there's so many different types of boxes, but cards as well that you can be creating. So I just want to whet your crafty appetite just a little bit as the sort of things you can be creating when you get some of these goodies home. So if we're thinking about the treat boxes that we've got on today's show, you can making really sweet, cute little boxes just like this one, bringing in some of your pattern papers, perhaps a bit of your metallic card, some ribbon bows, really easy to create, but sweet little boxes just like that. But what about making them a little bit larger, so layering the boxes together, making several of the same style of box and just building them all together to make really quite impressive and show-stopping boxes just like this one. Bringing in some of our gilding waxes or embossing folders, so anything else you've already got in your stash, and just working these in with these box dies, you're going to get amazing results just like this. How about going really big and layering up lots of the boxes together? How impressive does that look? Using your black cards and your different brightly coloured cards, cutting in those panels which are all included within the treat box die sets to make something really special like that. How about if you want to be working with some of our confetti boxes that we've got on today's show? We've got templates and dies within the same collection that will give you results just like this. How pretty is that? Using those panels which are included in the die sets, bringing in some of your other dies that you might already have in your stash, bringing in some of your gems, your ribbons, even a bit of inking on the edges, and you get such lovely creations just like that. How about having a go with some of your double-sided dies though? I'm going to be showing you today on the show just how easy it is to work with this amazing double-sided technology to create show-stopping boxes like this, layering up the different sizes of boxes, bringing in some of your handmade flowers. If you are interested in making your own handmade foam flowers, we're going to be doing a little bit of that later tonight on Second Chance Sunday, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But this could be for any season at all. This is perhaps perfect for a wedding with the sentiment that we've added, but it could be for Christmas, it could be for Easter, it could be for christenings, all year round with the box making. And finally, of course, no box making masterclass will be complete without a little bit of our Ultimate Pro. It's sort of the staple of our box making in our crafty stash. And we're also bringing the USB that goes with that Ultimate Pro, our latest USB from last October. You can be making gift bags like this with the instructions included, which is fabulous. But of course, like I mentioned earlier, it's not just about box making. Within that USB as well, you've got lots of amazing fancy fold cards. So if you're wanting to elevate your card making to the next level and bring in really dimensional and kinetic sort of cards, then you'll get the instructions for that too on your Ultimate Pro USB. So lots and lots to be going at in today's show. Lots of different boxes and lots more besides. For having a lot of fun really in your crafty life, this is going to be perfect.
It really is, and that USB, by the way, on a deal with the Ultimate Pro, it's the deal where it works out that you get the USB for free, which is bonkers really. More on that to come a little bit later on. That's worth over £40, over $40. The treat box dies are what we're looking at initially though, where you get templates and the dies to be able to create, as Lily was showing you there, some really amazing projects. This one is your prism treat box. So again, you've got the template and then all of the dies to be able to create those prism boxes, whether you want to make individuals or, as you'll find within the collections, full instructions as to how you can combine them to make loads of different designs. I think this, for me, is one of my absolute faves with the prisms. That reminds me of a game of Trivial Pursuit, doesn't it? And you used to have to go around the board and collect all the cheeses, but it opens up absolutely beautifully to create, quite a stunning box. Whether you are using that for little individual gift ideas, there's a particular chocolate bar I think that would fit in there quite nicely, but the whole point here is that you've got so much versatility to create the most amazing boxes. You do get as well, by the way, 50 of the hook and loop fastening dots to go with those as well. So that is your prism treat box, which is included within this deal. Also on top of that, you're going to get your picnic treat box. So again, all of the dies and the template for that one as well. I love the fact that we give you like the decorative dies with these two, so you can really decorate these up to your heart's content for whatever the occasion might be. And whilst this is the kind of thing that you can create here, how cute is that? Like your traditional little picnic box, something that Yogi Bear would be very proud of. I'm smarter than the average bear, boo-boo. You've then got the ability to be able to use that in different ways, that you can take elements of that box and create, beautiful boxes like this. So there's so many different ways, and as I said, all this is explained for you, and you've got lots of hints and tips and instruction for you to be able to replicate these boxes when you get them home. And as we said, over the course of the next couple of hours, you'll get all of the hints and tips from Lily as well. And then lastly is your roll-up treat box 2, which is absolutely stunning. Once again, all of the dies and the template to be able to create that. Pretty much, if you're looking for a treat box for a decorative element, to pop in little sweets, to pop in little chocolates, Easter time, I think these would be absolutely perfect for doing that. Then you have got the ability within this collection to create all of these boxes. And again, like Lee showed you a few moments ago, create little individual boxes like here, but then once again, using these multiple times over, creating the most gorgeous sort of box projects as well. Everyone's saving $31.97 today, or $35.85. Platinum members have another 20% off on us. Look at that platinum price. Really great value for money today. £71.99 or $81.56 is the price if you want to jump in and grab these. As I've mentioned, you will also get the 50 hook and loop fastening dots as well. Normally, £40 each, you're getting the whole lot, or $44, you're getting the whole lot for that price at the bottom of your screen today, and you'll see very quickly how nice and easy these are to work with. Few hellos before we get going. Bethan is in with us saying, good afternoon, Ben and Lily. Lovely to see you both again. Lovely to have your company, Bethan. Linda says, good morning. Hello. CJ is watching from Ontario. Barbara in Indiana. Teresa from Illinois. Christy Mahoney says, hi there again. Busy day of cleaning, but watching whilst I clean. Crystal says, good morning from central Pennsylvania. And Alison says, receive my HSN shadow box dies. I'm going to have a play with those today. If you've already got these, by the way, do let us know in the comments which ones you love the most. If you want to send in your pictures of the projects that you've made as well, we'd love to see them. But more importantly, with it being a masterclass, if you've got any questions, anything to do with the products that we've got, anything to do with construction as a whole, send in those questions and we'll get them answered right throughout the next couple of hours. But let's get going. I cannot wait. I've seen these previously, but I've never seen these crafted with, so I'm very excited to see how the whole process comes together.
They are absolutely fabulous, these treat boxes. They make such special creations, but they're really easy to put together.
Yeah.
So we've got everything we needed included in these sets, not just dies, but you've got your templates as well. And it's not just the mechanism that we're giving you all the decorative pieces as well, which is absolutely fantastic because you're not having to worry about bringing in other dies if you don't want to. Of course, you can be mixing and matching anything else you've got in your crafty stash with these collections, but if you don't have a lot in your crafty stash already, we've got all those decorative panels included. So we can see straight away it's an absolute whopper of a die set. It's absolutely massive, and you will need an A4 die cutting machine to be able to work with this one. We've got 25 pieces within this collection, which is absolutely amazing to have them all included just in the one die set. And this is just the picnic treat box. You are getting the other sets as well as the hook and loops, which are super, super invaluable, as we'll see later. Not just for these treat boxes, but for any of your other creations as well, perhaps for your memory books, your scrapbooks, other home decor pieces. They're going to be fabulous. So we've got our dies and our templates, but it's really, really important to know you do also get your instructions. So if you are getting these home and you're sort of wondering, I can't exactly remember what to do, of course you can watch the shows back, but you've also got your instructions to refer to as well. And they're showing you different ways that you can actually put these treat boxes together. So it's not just a sort of one-trick pony, there's not just one way of building these boxes.
Yeah.
There's lots and lots of different ways that you can use. So you've got your template included, but you've also got this amazing die set, and you can see the amount of metal you're getting within this set. We've absolutely packed full of designs, all different types of designs. So we've got our outer. So if we take the largest die, this is sort of our basic mechanism that's going to form the box itself. But in addition to that, we've got all our panels. So we've got different details in the panels. We've even got stitching detail, scallop detail. We've got cutting details. So you could be cutting hearts into the box. You can actually have a little peek through of what might be inside the box. So that's a lovely decorative element that you can be adding. You can be using your hearts for your tags. You've got little flowers. There's so much within this die set. So many different options when you come to create these boxes. But let's get started and let's get cutting our main mechanism die. So like I did say earlier, you are going to need your full-size Gemini, because look at the size of that die. It's practically an A4 plate. It's absolutely massive, which is fabulous because it means we can make really, really good size boxes. These are not just tiny dinky little boxes. You can make boxes that will have real impact. And if you do start to layer and build up the boxes, you make even more quite big, really impressive boxes, which is fabulous. So we're running that through our die cutting machine. I'm using some white stamping card. We should have that on today's show.
Yep.
It's 300 GSM, which is the perfect weight when you are coming to do construction pieces like this. You want it to have a nice bit of stability and weight behind it, just so it's going to hold all those score lines really nicely, and it's going to be nice and strong when we come to construct it. So there we've got one cut out, but for the particular box we're going to do today, we're actually needing two. So we've got two of our boxes already cut out and good to go. Now, before I start to stick my panels on, I like to fold up the box but not stick it down together, just so that I know exactly how the box is going to fold, and then I know exactly how many pieces I need to cut, all the panels I need to cut, and I sort of know where I'm going. But I will decorate before I actually stick it together. So if we have a look at our template, and well, I say template, our die cut even, we can start to pop the score lines in. So the score lines are already there. What we just want to do is we want to actually reinforce those score lines. So all of them sort of fold the same way. So it's nothing particularly complicated when it comes to putting these folds in. And you can see even as you just start to fold the first few, and everything's folding the same way, everything's folding in, so it's really, really simple to put together. You can see the box is already starting to take shape. Yeah. So if we were to stick that together like so, that would be our simple box. And what I'd be doing is I'd not be sticking this tab, I'd be sticking some of the hook and loops onto there, and then that can be our fastening. So that's one folded up. So I know exactly where that's going, and I'm going to do exactly the same with our other one. So we've cut two just so we can create this sort of double box. And we're going to do almost like an Easter basket sort of feel.
Oh, lovely.
To this. Yeah, I just think this is going to be perfect for all your Easter gifts.
Yeah.
If you are giving little chocolate eggs or anything like that.
Easter egg hunts maybe for the
Yeah, that'd be fabulous for the
big
children.
kids.
Yeah, so you could give them all boxes like these that are empty or perhaps just filled with tissue paper, and they've got to go around and they've got to fill them up with eggs. Go on the little hunts, it'd be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, but perfect for gifts as well. If you are giving perhaps little bits of jewellery and you just want to make it look a little bit more presentable, then a little box like this is absolutely perfect. It's not difficult or time consuming to put together. You've got the joy of actually building that particular box, but then it just makes the gift look so much more special, which is always
lovely. It's
lovely.
difficult to go out and sort of find, nice boxes or boxes for the particular size that you want. And this is a way for you to very quickly make your own and decorate it to your own specification, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Without having to spend a load of money on a box which perhaps isn't right for the thing you want it for.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're looking for a box to buy, it's never quite the right shape, the right size, the right style. When you make your own, it can be exactly how you want it to be, which is absolutely fabulous. It can be personalised, you can use the recipient's favourite colours, you can make it right for that sort of season. It's absolutely brilliant to actually make your own boxes. And if you are making the card as well, which, let's be honest, us guys at home will be, because we're card makers, a lot of us, you can match your box and your card all together, which is always a lovely touch. So we've reinforced all of those score lines, so don't forget the die. If we take a look at the die, we've got a cut line all around the edge, and then we've got our score line. So you can tell the difference between the two types of lines because our cut lines are slightly deeper. You can sort of see that blade. And when I say blade, it's not sharp to the touch. The die's cut using pressure. So I can run my finger over that blade and it's not sharp at all. But the shallower lines, those are our score lines. So those will put all the score lines into our boxes. Like we saw when we were folding these boxes up, all we need to do is reinforce and fold those score lines. It's just like we've used a scoring board, like we've used our Ultimate Pro and popped our score lines into there. We just need to fold and reinforce them. So if you are using these dies today, you don't even need a scoreboard. You can just literally use these dies. Now I've got two of the same that I've just folded up, and I know exactly how those are going to work. So now I'm going to start to assemble my panels.
Okay.
So within the die set, we've got all our panels included as well. Now, this is why I always find it's easier to actually sort of put your box together so you know how it's folding, so you can decide how many panels you actually need to cut. So for the rectangular ones, for this one I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to need 1 square one. And then because I'm back to backing.
Back to backing? That was a DC song, wasn't it?
Who knows? I won't need one for there because I'm going to be sticking them two together there. So it's going to be exactly the same for the other one. I'm going to need 1 square and then 1, 2, 3 rectangular. So I'm going to need two of the square, 1 and 1, 2 of the square, and 6 of the rectangular ones.
Okay.
So 2 of these and 2 of these because we're going to have a mat and layer. And then the rectangular ones, we're going to need 6 of these and 6 of these. So
that's a question. So if you've obviously got all the dies for the construction, are you using your templates then mainly just to add more layers on?
So your template within this one, what that will allow you to do is if you want to create this more advanced sort of gift box, the templates are for the lid.
Right, got
Whereas
you.
if you're just creating the small one like we are, we don't actually need the template.
I see.
So they just give you extra options. So you can see if we actually bring in our template, you can sort of see that that's going to form the lid, and then you do have that for the base as well.
Really.
Absolutely. So we've thought about 2 sort of main ways that you can use the die set and templates, but of course there's lots more besides. Like we saw, we could just be using this as a single. I know we're doing double, but we could be using that as a single as well. So there's lots and lots of different options when it comes to putting these boxes together. And we do give you instructions for both the more advanced and the simple one like I'm putting together. So back to our mats and layers. So don't forget, I said of the square, we needed 2. So I've taken the smaller one and I've cut this using my Nature's Garden Farmhouse pattern papers, which we do have on today's show. So that's a 12 by 12 inch pad, and I've cut the smaller one from the pattern paper, and then I've used the larger scalloped one.
Ooh, lovely.
In a lovely yellowy sort of colour. I was thinking very much Easter, springtime, That's from the Nature's Garden Beautiful pearlescent pad, that one actually.
Got that on the show as well, I think.
Yeah, so...
Got loads of paper
yeah, we have.
on the show for you. It's proven very popular. We'll have a look through the 12 by 12 paper pads in just a little bit, actually.
Yeah, there's some fabulous designs. So those are our two square mats and layers. So those are going to go on the top of our box. So those are done. And then we need for our rectangular ones, so these are going to go one on the front of each side and then two on either side of the two boxes. And we've done exactly the same with these as we've done with the square ones. So the largest scallop type design we've cut from our yellowy pearlescent card, and then our smaller mat and layer we've used our pattern paper. And it's just a lovely bright uplifting sort of springtime theme to these, which is going to be perfect if you are creating Easter baskets.
Yeah.
That's definitely what I'm thinking for this
well,
design.
also, because it's all happening, isn't it, now? I love it when we sort of get into March time, because, yeah, Easter's on the way. Then we've got Mother's Day here in the UK end of the month. And I think Mother's Day in the US, is that in May?
May, I think.
I want to say.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as the weather gets better, potentially then, you know, weddings. So these would be great for little wedding favours, maybe for putting, you know, confetti into.
Oh, that'd be perfect, yeah.
I always feel like this time of the year, things get exciting, events start happening, and that's where these boxes are going to be absolutely perfect. But also great if you make, like, your own jewellery, for example, great little jewellery boxes.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure one of our viewers makes, like, soap as well. There'd be great little boxes for soaps or candles. Is it Anna? Oh, Hannah. Hannah makes soaps. But just so perfect for all sorts. And as we said, the little prism one, if you love your chocolates, I know what I'll be putting in there.
Yeah, they're just perfect for so many different things. Anytime you've got a little gift, you might even be able to get a little pair of socks in here. You've got a bit of a naff gift.
A little naff gift?
A bit of a naff gift. Make it look nice.
Oh, Johnny, don't start that again. Yeah, socks. Who would give anyone socks for a present? Remember what I got from your Secret
Who
Santa?
knows?
Oh dear. But no, for little, like little baby socks maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Little booties, little mittens. Yeah, it'd be perfect.
That'd be nice for that. Little baby booties.
Yeah, it just depends the sort of colours and pattern papers that you use, depending on what you're going to give them for. So, you know, you could be using really dark, masculine sorts of papers if you prefer, or you could be going for really, really bright, spring-like papers like we are today.
Yeah.
So just changing up the papers, the colour tones, the style that you're making, is going to make these perfect for pretty much any occasion. I can't think of any occasion that would not be appropriate really for a lovely little box like this.
No, and as you said, the great thing today is what I would urge you to do if you're getting this collection today is shop the show, and I will show you a lot of the paper pads that we've got in just a little while. But the genius, of course, about this is that you can make the boxes to exactly the specification that you want quickly and easily and accurately. But secondly, you can then decorate them for whatever the occasion might be, because, well, again, with the paper pads that I'll show you in just a little while, we've got pretty much paper pads for all occasions, for all people, and that's why these are absolutely genius at making those bespoke gift boxes. And once again, if you are somebody who you know, crafts and likes to make a little bit of money on the side, a little bit of a side hustle going, there's nothing to stop you from creating these boxes to sell either, is there?
Absolutely not. No, they'd be perfect to have on your craft stores. I know a lot of people are getting into doing their craft fairs a lot more now. These would be perfect. Just think a little bit different to a card. Perhaps most of what you're selling on your stall is handmade cards. Having a few of these is just going to give you that little point of difference. It's going to make your stand sort of be a little bit different to all the other card stands. And like I was saying, if you do make cards as well, having the boxes to match is just such a lovely finishing touch. Just makes everything look really, really professional and well put together, which is always fabulous. So adding our panels onto there like so, we've done exactly the same on both of the two boxes, and now we're going to start constructing the boxes. So don't forget, earlier on we actually popped our fold lines in, so we should know roughly where we need to fold to pop this together. But I always like to just give it almost like a dry run, just fold it up just to check I know exactly where to pop my adhesive. Right, so what I'm going to do is I know I need adhesive on these 4 tabs, so I'm going to turn that over. And it is easier to do 1 tab at a time, but we're going to go for it today. It's a Sunday afternoon after all. Going for gold, we're going to pop it in. Going for gold on a Sunday afternoon. Okay, that could be a new show. Put it forward.
It was a show, wasn't it? Going for, do you remember that
Going
back in the
for
day?
gold, yeah.
Going for gold. The heat is on.
Yeah.
The time is right. It's time for you to play the game.
It's time for you to assemble boxes.
Yeah, exactly right.
That could be next song.
I notice you're using the tape pen here.
Yes, if I was at home, I would definitely be using my red liner tape.
Okay.
Your tape pen will be strong enough, but it's just for speed.
Which wet glue could you use for assembly?
I'd use tacky glue.
Tacky.
It will work really well, it'll stick really well. The only thing is you'll have to wait for it to dry, so you might want to get some little craft pegs. So what I'd be doing is I'd just be popping some pegs onto there for that to hold until it dries. It will work brilliantly, but you do just need to be a little bit more patient if you are using your wet glues. But your tacky is a really good one to go for because it is really, really super strong, so that you know once it has dried that it'll be stuck really, really fast and not going to be pinging open, which is not what we want. So that is the basis of our first box. So you can see that folds really, really nicely together. In order to fasten this box, because that does come open perhaps a little bit easier than you would like, we're going to bring in some of our hook and loops. Now you're actually getting these included in your collection, which is fabulous.
50.
50, I know it's plenty to keep you going, but you know, we do have the individuals as well if you do need to stock up, if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be using absolutely tons of these, because like I say, you can be using them in lots of different things other than just your boxes like these. You can be using them in your memory albums, lots and lots of different uses. Perhaps you got your mini memories that we had on Thursday, I believe it was, then these are going to be great to add into that. So just, you can see they're already stuck together, so you just need to pull back that self-adhesive backing, which is sometimes easier said than done if you're all fingers and thumbs. If you are struggling to do that, then literally just pop a little bit of adhesive on the back instead of pulling that backing off, but you should be able to get it off fairly easy. And just to make sure that they're lined up perfectly, stick them both together first and then go to stick the self-adhesive to the actual box. So just move that into position. If you're worried about getting it right first time or it not being quite in the right place, just pop a little bit of tacky glue onto the back of that exposed adhesive.
Good idea.
You'll get a little bit of wiggle room. You can see that gives us a nice fastening onto there, so when we need to release that and open our box, we can do that quite easily, but once it's shut, it's a little bit more secure. So that's our first box built. We're going to do exactly the same on our other one. So everything we've done to one box, we're doing exactly the same to the other.
Okay.
Of course, you could be decorating them differently, but because we are going to join them together, we're just going to keep that design the same between the two.
Beth just saying, I'm trying to unpack some orders that have just arrived. It's like Christmas here, says Beth Malone. What you got, Beth?
Oh, sounds fabulous.
Let us know. It's nice when a happy post arrives, isn't it?
Yeah.
Corbitel says, I was so proud when I made my first box that I kept it for myself.
Oh, that is sometimes the way with making stuff. You can't bear to part with them.
I know. And lovely Evelyn Kiefer, hello Evelyn, says, I made these picnic boxes for the grandkids for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's lovely, yeah.
I think these would be great for Easter too. And Caroline Hanley says, hi everyone, I've had such a busy week, I've been unable to tune into Crafters TV.
Oh.
I finally been able to sit down now and tag along, hoping I'll be able to get my Crafters TV fill later on with Second Chance Sunday. This is Carol Ann's words, not mine. Great to see the legendary Ben Moseby back as well.
Absolute legend.
Legendary.
Yeah.
I've never been called that before. I am a legend, though. Thank you, Caroline. In certain circles, not quite sure what those circles are, but thank you. I'll take that. The legend.
Fabulous. So, thank you, legend. Is all I can say.
Yes. Thank you.
Back to me. I can't quite follow that, but I shall try. So we're going to move on to actually sticking our two boxes together. So we've formed our two separate boxes, and that in itself will be a fabulous little box, perhaps to have on a table if you're having an Easter meal. You could fill it with little gifts to have after the meal. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to join the two together, and in this instance I'm going to use red liner tape just because it would be a little bit difficult for me to get my tape runner onto there because it's not a flat surface. It'll just be a little bit easier for me to do that.
You know what you could do with these as well, potentially?
Yeah, go on.
Because you could make 24 of these, couldn't you? and like, stick them and stack them?
Yeah.
To make like a...
Advent.
What did it say?
Advent.
That's the one, Advent calendar.
Fabulous. Yeah, that would be brilliant. Oh, yeah, so many options all year round with these. So we've got our fastening on this side, and on the side opposite, that's where we're having our adhesive, and we're doing exactly the same on the other side. So we've got on the outside, that's our opening with our fastening on the outer sides, left and right. And all we're going to do is just line up the two sides, and again, use a little bit of tacky glue onto there, just to give you that time to manoeuvre into position if you've not got it quite straight and level first time round. But that is our two boxes joined together. Right, in order to make it into a nice finish off sort of basket feel, what I've done is I've taken a strip of that pattern paper that I use for my panels, and then a slightly wider strip of the yellowy pearlized card that we used as our matting layers. This is 12 inches in length, just because that was the size of the paper pads that you're getting. I might want to chop it down a little bit, but I thought it's best to start it off a little bit long and cut it down to size if needed, when we see how long or short we want our handle to be. So layering those two together is just going to give our handle a little bit more strength, rather than having just the one layer. And again, it does keep that design flowing all the way through from the panels all the way to the handle. So we're going to fix on one side to start with, and then I'm going to look at the length of this handle and see whether I want to cut it down at all, or whether I'm happy with it being this length. So adding a little bit of red liner tape onto the back of there, and then it's totally up to you. You can have it going all the way down to the bottom like so, or you can have it part of the way up. Decisions. Bottom?
I think.
Well,
what do you guys think in the gallery?
I've got to listen to the legend, I'm afraid.
Yeah, the legend has spoken.
You'll never live that down now, eh?
I will live it down.
You will? Oh
Better than
dear.
what some people call me.
Wow. Legend, we'll take it, eh? And run with it.
Can I have that on my name strap, please, for the next show?
Oh yeah.
The Second Chance Sunday, Charlotte. Can we make that happen? The legend. She's just gone. No. No. No.
No. Oh no.
Do you think I'm a legend, Charlotte? Oh, she said yes. Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
Oh, that's kind of you. Thank you. Oh, I think you guys are all legends as well, in your own little legendary worlds. Rebecca says, I'm just thinking about how much I missed Ben. What's going on today?
Everyone's
What have I
been
done?
absolutely
What's I said?
lovely.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Loving all of the love. We love the love.
We love the love. Absolutely. So I am adding a little bit of more red liner tape because we decided to have it lined up with the bottom. We can just add a little bit of extra red liner tape to that top section there, just to make sure that it's nice and secure. And we've done exactly the same on the other side. A little bit of red liner tape at the bottom, and then just at the top.
Is that sweet, like a traditional picnic box, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
are they? Not that I have one. Are they actually divided so that you can put like your sort of sweets and savouries in different sides, or your food and your drink in the other side?
Yeah, because we've formed it from two boxes. They're totally separate, which is fabulous. So that is the main part of our box. A little bit of decoration. All I've done is I've taken some elements from our farmhouse. This is from the vellum pad, I believe, actually. We've got some die cut elements within that paper pad, and I've just taken a couple of the hearts, and we're going to add this onto that section there, just as those finishing touches.
Cute.
And add another one onto the other side, just to keep the two sides the same. And as a finishing touch, all I've done is I've taken the paper pad and I've actually snipped into some of the elements onto there. So don't just think of your paper pads as being sort of full sheets. Think about how you can actually snip into them. So we've got a couple of the little bunnies here, and all we're doing is adding a little bit of foam to the back, just to make them stand proud from that that box, from our backing papers, so that they stand out and don't get lost with that lovely design of the pattern.
Lozzie says your picnic box is looking fabulously chic.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is
The
nice.
colours are very pretty.
It looks like a picnic box that would have sort of champagne and caviar in it.
Ooh,
You
oh
know.
yeah, nice. Very, very nice. And now, because we've added that onto the one side, we're going to do exactly the same onto the other side, just to make everything sort of symmetrical. We've got two boxes that are exactly the same design, and it's going to look, we're not really going to know that it's two separate boxes. It's going to look like it's one full box, but the fact that we create it as 2 separate boxes. Means that we've got the option of doing the individual boxes, or we can layer them together like we have done onto here. You could be finishing it off with a few more of your hand cut pieces onto here, just like so. So these are just cut from the paper pad, but it's the basis of our box. See how easy that was to come together. We did it pretty much from scratch, apart from I cut a few of the panels beforehand, but that doesn't take very long at all when you've got fabulous dies like this. But using our hook and loop little fastening as well means it's going to be nice and secure, but absolutely perfect for all your Easter gifts.
I absolutely love that so much. And that's just one of the designs that you're going to get within this collection, of course. All of the dies and all of the templates to be able to create like a multitude of boxes. And I said it's just worthwhile seeing some more of these finished samples rather than perhaps looking at the boards. You get all of the dies, as I say, all the metal, all of the templates in there as well. So that one's like your prism box. So, you know, in its sort of simplest capacity, I suppose, you're going to make yourself one of these really cute little prism boxes. But then like we've done here, and you get full instructions, you can create this little wraparound of those prism boxes. Use your little hook and loop dots as well to make something really, really terrific. You know, so many different things that you can put in these, whether it be things like your chocolates or confetti or something like this, maybe for your little games pieces. If you're someone who makes like little games, you can pop those in there quite easily as well. There's the little picnic box, which you've seen Lee make just a few moments ago, and once again you've got the templates there to be able to make those bigger boxes should you wish. So in essence you can make so many of these smaller boxes, pop 2 together like Lee showed you just a few moments ago to create a picnic box. I was saying it like picnic box. It's a picnic box, boo. I'm smaller than the average pet. No, it's not Roger Moore. No.
It's Yogi Bear.
No, I'm Yogi Bear. I'm smarter than the average bear. No, Roger Moore would say, well, I'm smarter than the average bear. No, I like picnic baskets. And Yogi Bear would go, I like picnic baskets. Pierce Brosnan, how would he do? Hey, I like picnic baskets. My name's Bond. James Bond. I can't remember. Am I blushing now? Picnic baskets. But then, of course, you can make your bigger boxes and use those boxes to create so many different styles. So that is the PB box set, and then also you've got your third one, which name escapes me. That is the roll-up treat box. And again, in its simplest form, you're going to make little mini boxes just like a shoe. But then again, if you want to multi create these are the things again that you can do. And just remember that, of course, depending on the papers that you've got, depending on the cardstock that you've got, you can totally personalise and make your boxes unique and match these up with your cards as well. That's the other brilliant thing. Make a card, create a box in the same sort of style with the gift in. Just makes these so usable. And what a price today. As you said, normally these are £40 each, over $44. You're picking up the whole collection today. Even if you're not a Platinum member, you're saving £31, $35. Platinum members, wow, what a buy. $71.99 here in the UK, $81.56 if you're shopping with us in the US and you are a Platinum member. Right. Let's have a look at some of these 12 by 12 pads. I'll flick through these fairly swiftly because we've got tons. You've got a 15% saving on all of these. We'll start off with the traditional florals. So these are all 12 by 12s. And you've got 40 within this collection, so 180 GSM. What I like particularly about this one is that in the back, we do this in a few of our paper pads now actually, you've got some little toppers which you can pop out of the paper pad. So again, nice for using for little stoppers, nice for creating focal points on your cards, but nice for just adding little additional embellishments as well. And there's quite a few pages of these actually, really super cute. they've got sentiments on, and then we've got your double-sided papers as well. So you've got sort of geometric designs on there, you've got your stripes, you've got your spots and your dots, and you've got some really lovely, almost sort of paisley designs on here, some florals and some lovely range of colours. All of these come with a 15% saving. I will go a little bit quicker, because I've got quite a few to get through here. £12.23 or $15.60 is the platinum price if you want to go for that one. That's your traditional florals. Then the one that Lily was using is the Farmhouse collection, always one of my faves. You've got 42 sheets here, double-sided once again, and each of these you've got florals. You've got, I mean, that one there, perfect for doing your picnic baskets, because it is just like the sort of picnic basket design, that gingham print. But you've got loads of lovely designs on here. You've got the farmyard creatures as well, spots and stripes and florals, really, really lovely bright colour palette as well, is lovely for this time of year, real sort of springtime, summertime feel. You've got those daisies on there as well. That one again, what a buy that is, 15% off, £8.83 platinum, $10.84. Then we've got the paisley pattern. I say paper pad, paisley pattern. This one's actually very much cardstock. This one I think was launched with the USB, wasn't it, at the back end of last year. 300 GSM you're getting, so potentially you're buying this one and you can make your boxes from this, because it's got the weight to be able to do that. But a really, really lovely double-sided card set for you there. 20 sheets in total in those beautiful paisleys. That is £13.59 or $15.60 if you're a platinum member. Now the Enchanted Dreams collection is the next one to show you. We had the full collection on yesterday. It may well be that you didn't manage to stock up and get the paper pad. We've got it back on for you again today with a 15% saving. This is really, really stunning. Love the colour palette here. Love the theme to this as well. All the beautiful florals and the unicorns and butterflies, and particularly I think a lot of people love that hot air balloon with the main part of the balloon made out of that Hyde Ranger. It is just stunning. So beautiful. And we love these rainbows as well. Got a real sort of like innocent feel to these, the way that those have been drawn. But that one is £10.19 if you're platinum, $13.56 again with a 15% saving. There you go, that's the balloon I was talking about. How stunning. Plenty of snippability in these paper pads. You're getting 32 double-sided sheets within the Enchanted Dreams collection. The next one I'm going to show you is the Sage and Purple Florals. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm not going to show you that. Don't scream and shout. That's now sold out, gone.
Oh, no.
Wowzers. I know.
Got to grab these while you can.
That's what I'm talking about. Really busy for the paper pads today. Positive thoughts. Let's have some of those, shall we?
Yeah,
We've got
always. Phew.
Few. For you.
I don't think we've got a lot of it, though.
Hey?
I don't think we've got loads of them, but we've still got them. Grab while you can.
We don't. Well, yes, and you would know as well how much
yes.
we've got, seeing as you're the lady who puts together most of these shows. So take word from the other side of the studio. This is a gorgeous pad, though, isn't it? The colours and then the flecks of foiling that you've got on there as well. Absolutely stunning. £10.19, $13.56 for the Positive Thoughts. That's double-sided again, 32 sheets. You're going to get in that one, 15% saving once again. We can show you the Secret Garden collection, which is next up, which is still in stock.
Gone.
What?
Is it still there?
We've still got it. Oh, Lily, don't do that to me. Johnny's double checking now. A bit worried. I'll show you the beautiful designs that you're getting here.
It's gone.
How do you know?
I have to say, when I checked on Friday, it was still there. It was hanging on by a thread. I checked yesterday afternoon. Gone. This is the thing with these paper pads, you got to grab them.
Don't scream and shout. It's now.
Sold out.
All right then. Autumn Blessings.
Got it.
Huh?
Got it.
Got it?
Got it.
Producer Johnny's just said, whoa, not many. Less than 100 of these available. The Autumn Blessings, always super, super duper popular. Get this now while you can. Such a rich, beautiful colour palette here. Beautiful for those autumnal makes. Right around Thanksgiving, Halloween time. I love the that sort of Harlequin print.
How fabulous would that one be if you're making your treat boxes or favour boxes for your Thanksgiving table?
Yeah.
That would be brilliant.
Absolutely stunning. It's a lovely, lovely collection is this. £10.19, $13.56 if you want to jump in and grab that. But go quickly because the 2 pads are already gone. We've got less than 100 opportunities for you to jump in and buy this for that 15% saving. So grab that whilst it's still here. And we've got one final 12 by 12 pad to show you for now, which is the Bell Countryside.
Oh, not many. I have to say I have 2 of these at home.
Oh, do you? Why do you love this collection so far?
I absolutely love the tones in it. It works with so many of your collections. Just a lovely vintage, rustic theme to it. You can just mix and match it with so many of your other dies and stamps, and florals are always a winner. You know I love my florals, so yeah, got to get that one. For
everyone who saw the show, got another legend in Paul the Horse. For those of you who didn't watch, you've no idea what I'm talking about. £10, 19 or $13.56. Johnny's just told me we don't have a lot of that one available either. Less than 100 chances to buy. Right, get those whilst you can. Thank you for the comments coming in. Anyone would love to receive some of those little Easter treats in that beautiful boxes, Deborah. Yes, cute Easter boxes, says Mary, Pat 1000. And hello to Tina. Tina One Kenobi. Tina One Kenobi.
Might be a Star Wars fan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Very nice.
Tina, lovely to have you with us. You're watching from Manila, apparently.
Wow.
So lovely to have you here. And Sandra says, Ben, my other half reckons you need to cut back on those number additives. Ooh. Number additives. E-numbers. She's trying to say I'm hyper.
No, surely not.
I did have a salad. Thank you. I've been very good at the minute. I had a salad for lunch, prawn salad, which I made. What did you have for lunch?
Oh, I had pasta and butter beans.
Pasta and butter beans? How does that work out?
Nice. Yeah. I liked it, yeah.
They're little like kidney beans, but white, aren't they?
They're quite big, yeah.
Butter beans?
Yeah, I love them. One of my favourites.
I never thought of putting butter beans in pasta. Butter beans, I would always assume that you put in like a salad.
No. No.
Do you have them? Do you heat them? Sorry, I'm going completely off track here.
Analysing Lily's lunch.
Do you put them on cold after you've heated the pasta up, or do you heat them up with the pasta?
You can heat them up with the pasta, yeah.
Just plain pasta with butter beans?
Yeah.
No sauce?
I'm not a big fan of sauces. I like dry food.
There you have it.
You've got an exclusive for today.
Now you're up to date on Lily's lunch. Yes, coming up later on Second Chance Sunday. What did Lily have for tea? Let's move on and have a look at the favourite box collection. This again is a lovely collection, and again the price on this. Hang on a cotton bit a minute. What is that? £21 or $25 if you're platinum? We're just double checking that. Oh, hang on. We can ask Lily. Is that right, Lily?
Well, I might have put this show together, and it's right. It's a bit naughty, but it's right.
60% off. Normally $16.99 each, but you're getting all 4 for £27.18, £31.92, which is absolutely phenomenal. These bad boys allow you to make favour boxes just like this. And what the genius here is, you see, and I think how we've sort of managed to keep the cost down in the first place, is that you've got the templates here rather than lots of metal within this collection, but it does make it nice and easy to work with, and it also means that in each of the collections that we've got, you've got panels to be able to decorate up your boxes with. So whether you want to actually be able to cut into the boxes so we can see what's inside, or whether you just want to decorate up and add those layers, you can do. We'll look at some more boxes with Lily, because I know she's got more than I have over there, but that's the ornate favour box. You've also got within this collection the Happy Heart favour box. Again, super simple. Whether or not you're just popping the template down and drawing around this to cut it out, although I know a few people like to pop these through their machines as well and kind of get the emboss and then work around that. Again, you've got the dies there to be able to decorate them up. This one here is that beautiful Country Cottage favour box, which is that one. And again, super simple to make, super simple to decorate. And of course, the fact that the squares that you're going to get with each of these, you can interchange them across the collections to decorate them up the way that you want them to. And then that Locking Heart favour box is the one that I just showed you a few moments ago, which is this one here. That's a bargain buy today. I tell you what, £21 or $25. Let's have a look at a few more of these boxes with Lily. Again, so super usable, and we're coming into that season of things like weddings, aren't we, where these are going to come into their own.
Yeah, these are absolutely fabulous. These are slightly dinkier perhaps than the boxes we looked at first, but they're so cute, and they're so perfect to pop on your tables if you're having a dinner party, or even for throwing confetti at weddings. Any sort of celebration when you want a little box. You don't want a great massive big box, but perhaps you want to give a small little gift and you want it to look absolutely beautiful. These are going to be perfect, and for that price point, really, you can pick these up today and not have to think about it too much, because they are such a brilliant buy. So we have got the template included, which will form the actual box itself, and of course you are getting 4 different styles of boxes to create. So your template will create your box, but then we're giving you these panels as well. So we've split the dies up, so we have the inner detailed die and then the outer die as 2 separate dies. So like we've done here, we could be cutting the 2 together to create panels. Or alternatively, in this fabulous wedding box, now this is absolutely stunning. What we've done is we've actually cut the panel into the size of the box itself, and then we've added a little bit of acetate behind it. We've added in some shaker elements.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
using it without the outside edge allows you to see through into the box itself, and it gives such an amazing finishing touch. So lots of different options by giving you the panels with 2 separate dies, but of course we have the box itself with 4 different options of the styles of box within this collection. It's just fabulous.
Well, as I say, a bargain price today as well. If perhaps you couldn't stretch to the treat boxes, jump in and grab this. Super useful, super craftable, 21.74, 25.54. Lots of chat about the papers that we've got on the show as well, the 12 by 12s, even just saying, I love the paper from the Autumn Blessing. I've used up 2 of those pads already. You've got your eye on any of those pads, get them, because they are super busy. And Tina has confirmed that she is, yes, a Jedi, part-time adult, full-time Jedi. So Tina, lovely to have you with us watching today. I think the first time we've ever had a Jedi watching the show. Time to craft Lily it is.
Certainly is, and we're going to be looking at these fabulous favour boxes now. So I'm going to go for the Locking Heart favour box. I have to say, it was another of those when I was looking at the 4 different sets, and I thought, which one do I use first? I want to use them all because they're all fantastic. But you don't need to worry about that, because you're actually getting all 4 home today, which is amazing, especially for that price. So you can see it's a massive set of dies and templates. You can see it's a really nice, good size set that we're getting. We're getting loads for our money. We can see on the front, it shows us exactly what we're going to be able to create with these fantastic dies and templates. And you will get little instructions included as well, but they're really self-explanatory to put together. So for the main sort of mechanism base of the box, we use our template. Now, as Ben was saying earlier, this is one of the reasons why we can bring these to you at such an incredible price. The actual construction itself we use a template for, but it is very easy to work with this template. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of cardstock. Now, this is white Centura Pearl. It's the fresh white, which is double-sided, which is great for your box making if you want the inside and outside to look just as pretty. And we've got this on today's show in the A3 size, which is great because it just means you can get loads from the one sheet. You can get a couple of these boxes just from one sheet of the A3. Now, to line our template up, what you can do is you can add a little bit of a repositionable spray adhesive like your stick and spray to the back. What I tend to do is I tend to just hold it into position. It's completely up to you. If you do worry about it moving about, then do just get a little bit of your repositionable adhesive on the back there. And what I do, just to make my life a little bit easier, I'll find 2 of the square edges of my card, 2 of the straight edges, and I'll line up one side of my template with there. It just saves me having to cut this piece out. Rather than lining it up in the middle and having to cut around all the sides, if I line that up with a straight edge, I don't actually need to draw around these 2 edges because that's flush with that side of my card. Then all we're going to do is going to take a pencil. Now definitely use a pencil rather than a pen, because you are going to be wanting to rub this out after you've actually done it. And then just draw around. Make sure you're using a nice sharp pencil to get a nice good sort of line onto there. And literally just hold your template into position with one hand. If you are using your spray adhesive, so you won't need to worry about clamping it down too firmly, so it'll be in position. So if you do find that easier, then definitely do use your stick and spray, but just draw around the edges. So I go all the way around with my pencil. You can see it's very easy to follow the outside line, and it's exactly the same with all 4 of the templates within this set.
What's your take on popping these through your machines and embossing to get the outline?
Definitely works. It's not something that I do personally. I find it just easier to draw around, but I know a lot of people do that. So if that works for you, then absolutely by all means. If you do have a die cutting machine, then that is a great option. But it's just whatever you find easiest. Have a go with both options and then just see which one works best for you. And then just go with that going forward. But I do tend just to draw around them. I don't know what it is. There's something I quite like about drawing around a template. I'm not too sure why. Something quite satisfying about it. But these lines in the middle, I tend to put these in after, and these are actually going to be our score lines. So I go all the way around the outside, just check that I've followed that line yet. Apart from these two edges, because this is flush with the edge of our cardstock, we don't need to worry about drawing around those two edges. And then we've added in all our score lines, just like so. And then we remove our template, and you can see that we've got our box all drawn round. All drawn round? Drawn. That's the one. Lessons in English for Lily. Well needed. Then I'm going to bring in my Ultimate Pro. Of course, we've got it on the show.
Yeah.
And I'm bringing in my scoring tool. And you can see on the inside, I've actually got my boxer board stored in there, because you do have your compartment where you can store your additional boards. And we've got loads of those on today's show, your little sort of expansion packs, if you like. And what I tend to do before I cut this out, I'll actually add my score lines in first. So if we have a little look and line it up with our board, so find a straight edge. I'm going to move that out of the way because that's a little bit high up. So remember, the score lines were those ones in the middle that were not quite complete. I'm going to line that up, find a corresponding score line, just like so, and then I can see that's about there. So I'm going to take my scoring tool, which is of course included in your Ultimate Pro, and I'm going to score down those score lines. I just find it easier to put the score lines in before I actually cut the template out, but it's totally up to you. If you want to cut it out first and then add in your score lines afterwards, then that works fine as well. Then what we're going to do is we're going to score down this one all the way down to the bottom, and then we're going to turn it on the other side, and we're going to score our other score lines. So adding in this one to here, and then we're going to go along to our next one. And then finally, two more. I'm going to go for this one. We will be rubbing out all our pencil lines afterwards, so we don't need to worry about them looking a little bit messy.
Yeah.
Because they will all be rubbed out. So that's that onto there. So that's all of our score lines added on to our template. Then all we need to do is I tend to take a nice big pair of scissors, and I tend to cut all my straight edges first, and then I'll go in to do my details. So I'm using my 9-inch Crafter's Companion scissors, and all you need to do is just go around where you've added in all your pencil lines, and then just cut like so.
These are a nice size actually. Anza said if you cut the designs into the sides, you can pop in a battery tea light in, and they're very pretty.
Oh, that would look absolutely stunning, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What about actually cutting them into the size, then adding a little bit of vellum behind, and then adding a tea light on the inside?
Okay.
That would look really, really magical.
Yeah.
You should get a really like soft glow effect.
Yeah.
That would be really nice. But all you need to do is just go around each side and just cut that out. Really simple to do, just following all those pencil lines. And once we've done that and we've rubbed out all of our pencil lines, you'll get something a little bit like this.
Okay.
So that is the basis of our box. Super simple to do, drawing around our template, adding in our score lines, and then cutting it out will give you an effect like this. And there's nothing that's particularly difficult to cut out on this. It's mainly straight lines, and then you've just got a few curves and the notches. But just take your time for the notches. I would definitely be using my precision scissors onto there. But for the rest of it, I'd be using my 6-inch or 9-inch large scissors. What we're going to do is going to leave that to one side for now, and we're going to bring in our dies. So within the set, we're giving you the panels on there, but we're actually giving you 4 of the same design. At first I thought, okay, that's interesting, but because you need to cut 4 panels for each box, it just saves you so much time. You can cut everything in one pass, which is fantastic when you are creating these boxes. So if you are making to sell, it means that you can create things and pop these boxes together really quickly. Rather than having to cut everything 4 times, you only need to do 1 pass through the machine. So in order to cut our detailed die, we've got our detailed die like so, but that's just going to cut in. By using it in conjunction with our other die, our outer die, it's going to cut our panel out. So if we line the 2 up, so just move them into position until they're level all around the outside, then just a little bit of low tack tape to tape them down into position and run that through our die cutting machine. And now with them being fairly small dies, they'll fit through all your smaller machines, so you don't need a full-size Gemini. You can be using your Junior or even your Go on these. The only thing to consider is if you're cutting into the sides of your box itself rather than just doing them as panels, you will need a larger format Gemini.
Yes.
But if you are just using them like we are here, absolutely you can be using your Diddy little machines. So if you are new to crafting and have only got one of the smaller machines, perhaps you've only got one of our manual machines, like your Gemini Mini, then you're going to be absolutely fine. So that cuts our detail out really simply and quickly. You can see how beautifully that cut. And I'm just using my Nature's Garden Gnomes paper pad, the pearl one, to cut out that purple. And then if we take the outer die, so I've just removed the detail die, and I'm just literally cutting that outer die. That's going to give us our matten layer. So if we run that through the die cutting machine, we could be adding that to the box itself on its own, but if we want to have a little bit of extra detail behind, what we'll do is we've cut another of these, and then we can literally just stick these 2 together, and that will give us our detail with the design behind.
Fab.
Now, with this being quite a detailed die cut, your precision tip glue applicators are going to be absolutely brilliant for this. So just a little bit of glue all around the edge, and I'm using tacky glue inside that bottle.
Question from Tina, our
Hello,
resident
Tina.
Jedi.
Hello!
How do you make sure the score lines do not create tears on the paper when you fold them?
Good quality cardstock is key, so your Centura Pearl will be absolutely perfect onto there, but just be careful when you are adding in your score lines. Don't score too hard, and it's exactly the same when you are burnishing. Don't be, you know, really sort of like a bull in a china shop, basically.
The way that I sort of remember scoring, I think like Craig has told me on occasion, is it's better to sort of score multiple times softly
Absolutely,
than
yeah.
once really hard, because that's when you risk like ripping and tearing, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I always score several times.
Yeah.
Start off really lightly. You can always build that score line up, so to speak, rather than going down with a really, really harsh score line, because you can tear the cardstock at the end of the day if you are really harsh with it. But just scoring up and down several times to get that really nice sharp fold is the best way. And as well, it's good to bear in mind the sort of cardstock that you're working with. If you're working with a 300 GSM, like our fresh white is 310 with it being Centura Pearl, you're obviously going to need a little bit more pressure than if you were working with something that's, I don't know, 220 GSM. So it's always important to think about the cardstock that you're actually scoring with. I know if you are scoring acetate, you need a lot more pressure.
Yeah.
But still, just build up that score line if you like. So start off gentle and just score multiple times until you get sort of a sharp enough score line onto there.
If you have any more questions like Tina did, then feel free to fire those our way, because that's what we're here for. Well, less than an hour to go now, so if you've got any questions, ask us and we will, if we know the answer them.
Yeah, that was a fabulous question actually.
Yeah, great
really,
question.
really good question. So yeah, definitely get all your questions in. That's what we're here for. No such thing as a daft question, because chances are someone else is sat at home thinking it. If you're thinking it, somebody else probably is as well, which is
that's
great.
such a good point actually. If you're new and you think, oh, I don't want to ask it. You know, when you used to be at school, you didn't want to put your hand up because you thought, oh, it's a bit of a silly question. The teacher might come up to the front of the class. We won't do that here. Any questions, even if you're just started, you don't know the answer. You know, we all started off somewhere, didn't we? And we were all that person who was, a complete beginner when it came to craft. So ask that question, and chances are, if we don't get to answer it, or perhaps I don't see it when it comes through, one of our lovely guys who's watching along will answer it for you, because that's the great thing about Crafters TV. It is a crafty community, and I know everyone who watches, you all interact and chat with each other. So if we ever miss a particular question, chances are somebody who's watching will know the answer to your question. So ask away is what we say.
Absolutely. And you can always message me on my page after the shows if you've got any questions, you know, when you get your products home. I'm always happy to answer. So never feel like you're alone when you come into your crafting. So I know we see products, we think, oh, they're absolutely fabulous, and we buy them, and then sometimes we get home and we can't exactly remember why we were so inspired to buy them. Perhaps we can't remember exactly how they work or exactly what we were thinking. Just drop us a message, you know. What was I thinking? Because sometimes I'll see something, I'll be like, oh, I can use it for such and such, and I get it home and I think, what was I going to do with this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, always get in touch. We are a lovely, big, crafty community, and everybody helps everyone.
That goes right across the board as well. Lovely of Lilly to offer that. But any of our guys, you can contact. We've all got our own Facebook pages and pages on Instagram. So at any point you've got a question about anything, if you get stuck, send a message over. And I know the guys are like super busy, but they'll always get round to doing their very best to answer those questions. And the other thing I would say as well is subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is a great thing to do because, again, if you're buying this collection today, for example, you're watching this show and then you've seen Lilly do something, you think, oh, what was it she said? What was it she did there? If you've got the subscription on our YouTube channel, which is free, you can just go back and watch the show and follow the demo again. So make sure you do subscribe to YouTube. Bookmark the shows that you buy from as well, is what I would say.
For sure.
You know, even if you just sort of jot it down, if you want to do it that way, you can. Then you can go back and you've got the very best out of all your products then, haven't you?
Absolutely. And as well, if you are getting in touch, share your makes. I love to see what you've been creating.
Send in your pictures.
Yeah,
Charlotte loves it when you send in pictures.
Yeah, I love it when people send me a message and say, oh, I bought such and such that you had on the other week. Look what I've made. It's fabulous. Yeah. Not just because I'm nosy, but it's great to see what you've been creating. Do you know what I love as well? Now, I've been nosing a little bit more is our I'm a Crafter's Companion page. Oh, there's some such... that people put on there. Honestly, some of our crafters, well, all of you guys are so talented. But some of the things I see, I think, I would never have thought of doing that. So honestly, it's so inspiring to see what you guys put together. It's absolutely fabulous. And we're a very kind community as well, actually. For sure. So if you ever feel like you're thinking, oh, I've made a card or a project and you want to share it, because you'll get nothing but kind words from our guys, all very encouraging as well. I think it's a great thing to do. Like Lilly said, you know, it's great because you might think of a particular idea or a particular way of using a product that none of us have ever thought of. So it inspires all of us as well. So that page is it's I'm a Crafter's Companion. It's called. Yeah, and we also have our Club Inspire community, which is another fabulous one to join if you are looking for anything. So we're adding red liner tape and we're literally just building our box up really easily. So all we need to do is add adhesive onto every single one of the tabs. I'm using my red liner. I know it's going to be nice and strong. We added our panels onto the sides before we built the box. It just makes it so much easier to do that before it's actually glued together. And that will form the basis of our box. To do the lid, with this being the Locking Heart Favour box, the two sort of semicircles we fold in first, and then the two that look like two half hearts, it's exactly what they are. All we need to do is we just need to sort of manoeuvre these into position until we get them locking, so the base of one fits into the top of the other. And if we just jig it around, that will literally fit into them. Because we've used the template, which is perfectly measured, every single time we can create something so easily. But how sweet is that? But really simple to put together using our template and our dies. Oh, I love that so much. What a brilliant demonstration of a brilliant collection. If you haven't got this collection yet, please jump in and grab it, because chances are when you're doing your crafting, I think certainly as we head towards like summertime, when things like weddings come around, even at Christmas time as well, you know, there's so many occasions through the year when you need a box for something, for a little treat, for a little favour, whether it be confetti for weddings or little chocolate boxes at Easter time. Rather than having to sort of faff around, go to the shops, you know, pay silly amounts of money for a box which isn't the right size, you know, doesn't have the look that you want it to have. These allow you to create the boxes bespoke to that particular person, you know, right for that particular occasion, and as you've seen, nice and quickly and easily to do, because you've got the templates to be able to create the boxes, and then you get the dies to be able to create the decorations, of course, there as well. And then the fact that you've got all the different deals coming up today as far as our paper pads are concerned, you can really make these bespoke for any particular situation. That one there is the Country Cottage Favour box, just to show you a couple of other designs. So that one there really does look like a little country cottage, doesn't it? And you can decorate it up again with your pearls and your ribbons, should you wish to be able to do that. Then you've got the template and the dies for your Happy Heart Favour box. Again, super simple to do.
Then lastly, you've got your ornate favour box as well. Really lovely to create these, really swift and quick. What a price today. £21.74 if you're platinum, $25.54 if you're shopping with us in the US. That is a 60% saving for everybody, less another 20% if you're platinum. Represents really, really great value for money today. We're going to take a short break. Any of those paper pads you've got in your cart right now, check them out. These are flying out the door as well. Grab them. And, of course, we've got those treat boxes as well, proving very popular. So head to the checkouts. We're taking a short break. Details coming up about our club, actually, in just a second. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
There you go, lots of you checking out your baskets during that little break. Lots of great deals. And just to reiterate, Beth, who says that price, the price that we had here for these, is that for all of them? I know, it is. It's for all of them. So, yes, if you want to take advantage of that price, jump in and grab them because they are disappearing before your very eyes. Now, another deal which I know is going to fly out of the door when you see the deal on this is on our double-sided box dies. Now, who knew, right? Because you know that we do. You know that we do amazing kind of construction dies, as you've seen here, box dies, great. You know that we have our patented double-sided dies, patented technology or patented technology, depending on where you're from. Who knew that we could combine those two things to create double-sided box dies? I hadn't seen these up until recently, and I really do think they are amazing. It's a half-price deal, less another 20% if you're a platinum member. And what these allow you to do, if I show you the triangle box, for example. Right, sorry, Johnny's just said in my ear, went, hang on. The triangle box on its own is $34.99 or $44.99. You're getting this and 2 other sets for the price on screen. Lily, as you said, Lily, thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome. You're welcome. These are brilliant for the fact that with one pass through, they cut your base and the top of your box. Crazy, I know. And actually, with the triangle, you've got the ability to make a box 5x4 and 2 by 1.85. So 2 different sizes with your double-sided boxes and your triangles. Then you've also got your square box. This allows you to make 3 different. I mean, this is worth £40 on its own or $50. So there's your value for money right there. So it's almost like you're paying for that and you're getting the other 2 for free today. This one, as I've said, the dies in there allow you to create a 6x6, a 4x4 and a 2x2 box. And once again, one die, one pass cuts the top and the bottom of the box. Perfect again, for maybe popping in your cards, for example, for those bigger cards. Also great if you've got any of our jigsaw puzzle dies as well for creating little jigsaw boxes. And if you thought that was amazing, we've then got your hexagonal box too, and that one is also included in this deal. So that is worth £30 or $40 on its own, and you're getting all 3 of those for that redonkulous price. This one will make you, again, 2 different sizes, 4¼ by 3.7 and 2¼ by 2 is the size on those boxes. Amazing, amazing value for money. If you're getting these, you will need to go for the double-sided plates because they do require special plates for you to be able to get the very best out of them. And let's just quickly show you those before we move on. You have got the junior and... Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Do you know what now? I nearly said this to you in the break because when I was looking at my rundown earlier on, I only saw the junior, so I must have misread. So you get the Gemini and the junior plates in the... I've never seen these bundled up before.
It's quite a new bundle, actually.
You've done us a little Lily deal, haven't you?
Little deal, yeah. We popped this together for our masterclass a couple of weeks ago when we had a double-sided masterclass. But I just thought it sort of makes sense to get both. Because if you do have the full-size Gemini, you can use both.
And that's the thing, isn't it? A lot of people do have like both in all of our machines, so why not?
Yeah, but absolutely. But if you do only have the big one, you can use your junior plates on the side like we do with any of our normal plates. Brilliant.
£21, $27 if you're platinum. That's ridiculous. £16.80 or $21.60. Really great opportunity to grab your double-sided plates. If you're getting the double-sided boxes or if you've bought any double-sided dies recently, you don't have the plates, opt in and grab these deals right now because they are very, very busy. Keep the comments coming through. Any questions you want to ask, it's a good afternoon to do it. A little bit quiet on the questions front today, so if you're thinking, oh, I bet they get loads in, to be honest, there is space for your question today, so do ask it. Alison has just messaged to say, just checking in quickly, I'm currently working with the Easter collection, which we had on yesterday, colouring chickens. Whilst listening to the show, I love this collection. We were talking about chickens in trees earlier on Colour Me Happy. Again, if you want to find out what that was about, you'll have to rewatch the show. Let us, though, have a look at these. Double-sided technology, patented technology. Are they easy to work with? That's the question.
Are they easy? Honestly, this makes box making absolutely effortless. This is fabulous technology. It's absolutely ingenious. I have to say, the first time I saw these double-sided dies, I was absolutely blown away. So I'm going to be working with the hexagon box for this particular box that we're going to put together. But of course, same concept with any of the shapes that you're getting within your collection. I can't believe the price of bringing that for you. It's just half price.
Amazing.
It's just ridiculous because you're getting so much within each set. You're getting 2 different sizes of boxes, and then we're also giving you some little gift tags as well, just as that finishing touch when you are creating your boxes. But they are so easy to put together, and we're going to see just how easy it is to create the most fabulous boxes using these dies. So if we take a look at the die itself to start with, so we've got a cutting blade on one side, but also on the other. And I have to say, the first time I saw these dies, I thought, well, how on earth is that going to work? The die is exactly the same on both sides. But if you look carefully, it's actually not. So on one side, you can see this cutting edge, cutting blade is right on the edge of that die. But if we turn it over, can you see that that cutting edge is slightly in from the edge of that die? So they are ever so slightly different. This one's slightly bigger and this one's slightly smaller because it comes in a little bit. So they are ever so slightly different, and that is how we're going to get that perfect result for our lid and base locking together perfectly. So I've taken 2 pieces of Centura Pearl card. It's just going to give us a beautiful pearly box. And in order to build up our sandwich, to cut these double-sided dies in our Gemini, we're going to need 2 standard Gemini cutting plates and 2 of the double-sided plates. And all we do, it's a really, really simple sandwich. We start with our normal clear plate on the bottom, then we go for our double-sided plate, and then we go for our first piece of cardstock. And don't forget, we need the pretty side of our cardstock, because this is single-sided, we need the pretty side touching our die. So our die goes on now, and then our second sheet of cardstock goes over the top. Again, the pretty side of the cardstock, the side we want to see, goes on touching that blade. And then we go for another of our double-sided plates. And don't forget, in that bundle, I know you're getting both the junior and the full size, but you get 2 of each. So you do get the 2 plates that you need. And then we're popping on our normal clear cutting plate over the top, and that runs through our Gemini machine. And it's exactly the same with your junior plates. So your clear cutting plate, double-sided, card, double-sided die, card, double-sided plate, clear plate. So it's 4 plates basically in total, your die and your 2 sheets of cardstock, and that will give you those 2 cuts with just the 1 pass through in the machine, just the 1 die. But with our double-sided technology, it means that we can cut our lid and our base all in 1 pass. So if we remove these from the die, so what have we got? So we've got our die has come out nice and clean, and then we have got 2 die cuts and our waste. So one is slightly larger than the other, and can you see we've got like this sort of inner embossed line on one. That means this one's going to be bigger, so it's going to be our lid. And then this one is our smaller one, that is going to be our base, it's slightly smaller. So all we need to do is we need to fold our score lines. So it's put our score lines in there already. All we need to do is exactly the same as when we were doing our treat boxes earlier. The die has done that hard work. Not only has it cut that outer shape, but it's also added all our score lines in. So we need to fold on these score lines. Note that we need to fold on that outer one, not that inner embossed line for our lid. So if we reinforce that, so you can be using a bone folder if you like, just to give that a slightly sharper crease. I'm just using my fingers because our machine has put those score lines in really nicely. I'm going to do exactly the same on our base, which should be ever so slightly smaller, just to allow that lid to fit over the top. It'll be a nice snug fit, but it will allow them to fit together nicely without too much of a struggle to fit them together. So if we reinforce those score lines just like so, and I find it easier to reinforce those score lines, but don't stick it together, then decorate and then stick it together as your very last part. You will find that easier. But because we're not decorating our base, we're going to stick our base together first off. Now I've just made a mess of that, there we go. The thing about your tape pen is you can just rub the pieces off if you need to, if you get the tape where you don't want it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in.
Is the same again, tape pens or red liner tape is
definitely
best?
With it being construction, I'd definitely say you need something really, really nice and strong, so you don't want them to sort of be falling apart once you've made them. So anything like a tape pen, one of our tape pens of course, with them being super strong. Most tape pens on the market are not particularly strong. They're fine for your matting and layering, but not so great for construction. So one of our tape pens or your red liner tape, and we've got red liner tape on today's show in lots of different widths. Yeah. With this being quite a small box, you'll want a red liner tape that's fairly thin, so 3mm like I'm using here will be absolutely perfect. The only thing about red liner is the backing is ever so static, so you will get absolutely covered in red liner tape backing. You'll be finding it everywhere.
I always say with this as well, because I've done a few craft alongs with Jan, and they always seem to have red liner tape in them. And because when you pick the backing off, I used to end up picking the whole lot off.
Oh, it's
you
very
need to make sure you burnish it down quite heavily, don't you?
Yeah. So if you are struggling, so it sometimes happens, you can't seem to be able to get the backing off, and then you think you've taken the backing off, you've taken all the tape off. Definitely make sure you burnish it nice and firmly, and that should help you. But there's some days and literally you can't get
Just,
the backing off for love and money.
Yeah.
And then it's when the tape pen definitely comes out. So that's our base, and how cute is that dinky little base to our box. For our lid, what I've done is I've taken some of those pattern papers and I've matted and layered it onto some pink. So we've got some of our pattern. Oh, my tape pen's not playing ball. Let's bring out the all-purpose. Great for matting and layering. So we've added that onto there. So we've got our thin border of pink, and all I've done is I've used some of my hexagon nesting dies that I've already got in my stash just to cut out these mats and layers, which is going to fit onto the lid of our box.
Kimberly Trimmers just said, I cannot wait for the tape pens to come back into stock.
She's not the only one, I can tell you.
Do we know any when they might be back?
We keep being told they're on their way, but they're taking their time.
Oh.
Yeah, as soon as they're in, don't worry you guys, we'll be shouting about it from the
I
rooftops.
lose track. So we are out of stock of the tape pens, but we've got the dotty, have we? Or the
No, we've got nothing at all.
Oh dear,
Yeah.
sorry everybody.
I tell you what did come into stock yesterday.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I was delighted. Some of the plates for the Gemini.
Oh really?
Mhm.
Oh, you might have set off a bit of an avalanche there now, everyone's out of the
I
way.
bet some of you guys will have discovered it already, but yeah, I was checking yesterday, seeing if tape pens had come in and all the rest of it. Tape pens hadn't, but some of our plates had, which is very, very exciting because I know you guys are just like me. When they come in, you've got to grab them quick because they'll go out again soon. But yeah, we wait for them to come in and then get very, very excitable when they do.
And I suppose it's harder, isn't it? Like with the way that the world is at the minute, if something goes out of stock, it's harder to get it back into stock as quickly.
Yeah, for sure. So it's one of those when you see deals like we've got our double-sided plates on the show today, with them being consumables that you will eventually need to replace, just make sure you stock up, especially when we've got them on deals like we have today. So that's our lid and our base built together, but we're going to bring in our larger size of box. So like I said, within the die set, not only do you get the dinky little one that we've cut, not only do we get the lid and the base in the one die, we also get the slightly larger box. So if you want to be making larger boxes perhaps for bigger gifts, then this one is going to be perfect. But the small little one would be perfect for something like earrings, if you've got little bits of jewellery, perhaps you make brooches, little bracelets. Even, what about making them as boxes to put little teeth in, you know, when they send them to the tooth fairy?
Put what in?
Teeth.
Oh,
You know,
teeth.
Teeth. What do you think I said?
I don't know.
Could have said anything.
Yeah,
but
teeth, the tooth
for
fairy.
the tooth fairy, yeah.
Do you know what? I don't think I've ever mentioned this on there before, but it's worth a little chat to see if anyone else did it. So when I was little, the tooth fairy never visited me.
Oh.
No. And let's get your take on it, see if this is weird. So the tooth fairy never came to my house because what happened was my mum, whenever my teeth used to fall out, she used to keep them. And what she did is she created a set of, you know, like plasticine.
Yeah.
She created a set of plasticine gums.
Right.
True story. And she put all the teeth into the plasticine gums and wrote down on a piece of card when they fell out. And she still got them to this day. She did that for both me and my sister. Is that weird?
Yeah, a little bit.
Charlotte's just gone, that's horrific. But yeah, true story, that's my mum, that is.
I have to say it's not something I've heard anyone else do before.
No?
But
Okay, well let us know if...
hey, a lot of the viewers might do that, you never know.
Well, it's like, no, it's just gone, I highly doubt it. Now, here's the thing, because when you're like a baby, your first haircut, you keep your, like a little lock of hair, don't you? Yeah?
Well, my mum did keep some of my teeth, but not in that sort of way.
I always did think it was a little bit strange, to be honest with you, but I just thought I'd put it out there and ask you guys, because we're all friends here, aren't we? So do let me know. Colleen on our socials just says, that is a little bit weird, Ben. Anyway, moving on, back to the boxes.
So the whole point of that little interlude was that you can put anything you like in these boxes.
Yes.
And having them in two different sizes is perfect because different sizes of gifts. There we go. I'm thinking this slightly larger one would be perfect. I'm thinking chocolate coins would be quite nice in this.
Coins would be good.
Yeah, with these being fairly shallow, I'm thinking chocolate coins would be great. Little chocolate eggs.
Many eggs? How many eggs would you get in the little box? I suppose you get a few in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you get a few.
Probably not enough.
They'd be perfect for children though. You know, if you don't want to give them like tons and tons of chocolate, just pop them in a little box like this would be perfect.
Do you know what? I'm not bothered about chocolate at all, really. I'm much more of a savoury kind of person.
Oh.
However, those mini eggs that you get, I think you can get them all year round, can't you? But the mini eggs, I can literally eat. They get the family size packet. I can have one of those to myself.
See, I'm the opposite. I love sweet stuff. I'm not so bothered about savoury. I could eat sweet all
What,
day long.
chocolates or sweets?
Chocolates.
Chocolates
Chocolates
and-
and cake.
Chocolate and cake?
Yeah.
What's your go-to chocolate?
I like dark chocolate.
Oh,
I do like
dear.
dark chocolate because I'm vegan, so I can't have normal milk chocolate.
Oh.
But yeah.
But you can have dark chocolate.
Yeah, because it should be made without milk technically. But yeah, any vegan chocolate, oh yeah. But then I like my baking as well, so.
Yeah. So what's like so you can get vegan alternative chocolate, which isn't.
Yeah.
So, I bet it's not so good, is it?
Well, I'm quite happy with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I just said no. I just say that from a point of view because I don't eat meat, so I'm a pescatarian.
Right. Yeah.
And I just find that remembering what, say, like a sausage was like, for example, they make the sausage alternatives, don't they?
Yeah.
And then they're fine, but they're not
They're
quite.
just
quite
different, aren't they?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not quite so good. The mince
Yeah.
is good. Like you can get the mince, which is nice. The worst thing is, and I don't know if you've tried this, but the bacon, the fake bacon.
Oh, see, I love it.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Anyway, you could be putting some bacon in your boxes if you
Put
want.
some bacon
nice
in there.
nice and thin.
You probably get a couple of slices
couple
of
of
bacon in there.
rashers,
Yeah.
yeah.
With your eggs.
Absolutely. So, a lovely box. So that is our 2 separate boxes, but what about for something a little bit more special? What about layering the 2 boxes together? So adding a little bit of red liner tape onto your smaller box like that, and then we can actually layer the 2 boxes together and get almost like a tower of boxes. Could be stacking loads and loads of these up. Could be doing several boxes all stacked up together.
Yeah.
But very, very easily you create a double layer of boxes, and then just as a little finishing touch, I'm going to bring in a few butterfly die cuts. These are just cut from some of the dies from the Positive Thoughts collection. Perhaps you've already got the collection and you're wanting to stock up on your paper pad. We've obviously got that on today's show. But adding a couple of layers of the butterfly. So I've cut the lower layer in our pink card that we use for our mats and layers, and then the top layer I've cut using my same Centura pearl that I used to create the box itself. You can see what a cute little creation. So we've got sort of a double layer of box. So we've got our bottom one layer comes off like so, and then our very top one comes off just like that. So something a little bit different, using both of the sizes of box within the set together, but really simple to create using your double-sided die technology.
Really love it so much. And again, what a great price today for all 3 of those, don't forget. But yeah, you've got the triangle, you've got your square, you've got the hexagon as well there. And as you've seen, one pass creates the top and the bottom. And you've got, with the triangle, 2 different sizes, 2 of the hexagon, and 3 different sizes with that square box as well. So a really, really amazing collection to go for £41.98, $53.98 if you're platinum. It's a half price deal, better than half price if you're platinum. Don't forget, if you are jumping in and grabbing that deal, which is super, you will need the plates as well. First time I've seen these bundled up, thanks to Lily though. These are together for you, so you can get the double-sided plates and the Gemini the Gemini Junior and the Gemini plates available in that bundle. £16.80 or $21.60 for those. Definitely worth stocking up on as well if you've already got your double-sided dies. Kimberly just says, I bought an entire box of bloody tape pens the last time I ordered. I'm going to buy the all-purpose glue now to replenish what I'm using up whilst waiting for the tape. That is a great idea. And Kimberly says, so cute with the stacking. Keep those comments coming through. We've also got another amazing deal, which we're going to show you a little video on just now as well, for the Ultimate Pro. This is phenomenal. The kind of craft room accessory that every craft room needs to have, because literally you can do so much with this, whether it be things like your scoring your simple card blanks, whether it be making your shape cards, whether it be making your boxes, your envelopes, whether it be kind of embossing, whether it be trimming, whether it be making ribbons. I mean, literally so many different things that you can do with the Ultimate Pro. And the brilliant thing about this particular deal is that we're giving you the Ultimate Pro and you're thinking, okay, that's a great price, $39.99 or $69.95. But the kicker here is that we throw in for free the 16th anniversary USB. That's worth £45 or $49.95 dollars. You're going to get 33 projects on there with Digital Sarah explaining how you can create things like advanced fold cards, 3D cards, gift cards. There's things like stationery holders that you can make on there as well. We'll have a look at these with Lily in just a while, I'm sure. Gift boxes. I mean, so many different things. That on its own worth £45, nearly $50. You get that for free within this bundle. If you haven't yet got the Ultimate Pro, grab it today. £31.99 or $55.96 is your platinum price. Phenomenal. We're going to come back and have a look at this in the studio in just a little bit, but I think it's definitely worthwhile before we do that, having a look at a little video which will explain more about this amazing bit of kit.
The Ultimate Crafter's Companion is an all-in-one compact carry case which is going to allow you to score, measure, trim, emboss and embellish. The case incorporates 10 vital paper crafting tools, all rolled into one lightweight and portable product. If you're crafting at home, this makes a great workstation. Or the carry case design allows you to easily pack up everything you need for crafting on the move. With the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make hundreds of different cards in all shapes and sizes. Working with standard card and paper size, you can fold anything, from basic bifold, trifolds and gatefold cards, right up to pop-out, jump-up cards, or even more complex keepsake books. Simply rest your cardstock against the carefully calculated grid lines, read off the desired size, and use one of the specially designed scoring tools to create an accurate and very professional crease. Every card needs an envelope, and with the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make envelopes in any shape and size to match all your handmade cards. Package your delicate craft projects in colour-coordinated matching envelopes and add a professional finishing touch. No longer will you be restricted to making cards to correspond with ready-made envelope sizes. With hundreds of possible size combinations, your imagination is the limit. And for those really special dimensional cards, you can create 3D box envelopes to not only house, but to protect your handmade card creations. Create your own boxes in any shape and size, from a matchbox right up to a shoebox. All of the calculating and measuring has been taken care of for you, so you can simply follow the guide and create custom-sized boxes which fit together perfectly. Triangular, hexagonal, diamond-shaped boxes are all possible, as well as your regular boxes. You can also create specialised exploding boxes or expanding boxes too. You can even make your own favour boxes for those special occasions. Any craft tool box should include a paper trimmer, and when you're crafting on the go with the Ultimate Paper Crafting Tool, you'll need a paper trimmer at your fingertips. The integrated trimmer stores inside the tool and clips into place for easy access. The ergonomically designed cutting mouse holds a standard size blade, which is very easy to replace. Create delicate embellishment for your paper crafting projects with the integrated bow maker. The simple 6-step process will allow you to create perfect bows in an instant. For paper embellishment, you can use the decorative embossing shapes which are featured throughout the board. Emboss onto special papers, vellums or even acetate to create your own intricate toppers. Everything you need comes included with the tool and stores inside for easy access. Each unit includes a full colour instruction book, cutting mouse and ruler, the bow making pegs and 2 specially designed scoring and embossing tools. Whether you're crafting on the move or using this as a complete workstation at home, the Ultimate Crafter's Companion provides you with all the tools you need at your fingertips.
Hey, thanks so much, voiceover guy. Peg saying, can we have the can-can video? What are you saying about my voiceover? No, I'm only joking. We'll show it later on for you. So we'll do it in Second Chance Sunday, yeah? We'll do it. Oh, Charlotte's just gone. No. We'll do it in Second Chance Sunday for you. If you do want to, if you do want to see that, by the way, it is on our Crafters TV page. Colin says there's a lot of chatter wondering if that is your voice. They can't decide. It is my voice. It wasn't originally my voice. It was originally Sarah's voice, and I took the mickey out of her because she was doing it in like a really weird telephone voice thing, and then she made me revoice the whole video for free. Right, let's have a look at this here in the studio, because remember, this deal gives you the Ultimate Pro and it gives you the USB for free. And I think I'm right in saying, Lily, that if you were to be starting off as a crafter today, for example, this would be a perfect accessory to start with, wouldn't it? Because you can do so much with it.
Absolutely. The brilliant thing about this is you're getting not only what we call the 10-in-1 tool, so it's almost like a portable craft room all-in-one. So many different functions with your Ultimate Pro. It's incredible. As if that wasn't good enough to get that home as a new crafter, you're getting the tuition, and it's not just any old person bringing you that tuition, it's Sarah herself. So you know it's going to be absolute cream of the crop tuition on that USB. It's going to take you through all your different card folds, from really quite simple and basic card folds that would be great if you're a beginner, to really fancy fold cards, your boxes, your gift bags. There's some absolutely incredible projects on there, but you've got the tool to actually create those projects, which is amazing. So absolutely brilliant for beginners. There's so many crafters I know that's got this Ultimate Pro. To be fair, there's not many crafters I don't know that don't have this Pro. Doesn't matter who they work for, what other companies products they use, they always have this in their crafty stash, just to create those card folds, those boxes. Just makes your crafting so easy. It doesn't matter how you decorate those projects, you know that you've got the core, the basis of those projects created using this incredible tool.
And we're going to have, sorry,
I've lost him
for a second. I was listening to your lovely calming voice, and I was...
To be fair, I could witter on about this tool all day, because it is absolutely incredible. I use it every time I craft, so...
Well, you've only got, by my reckoning, about 8 minutes to chat on and have a little talk around this. So what can we have a look at in that sort of time frame? So
I was going to pop together one of the projects, well, similar to one that we got on the USB. Yeah, it's similar. I'm doing it slightly different, because you know what I'm like. I don't like following instructions, but you can follow those instructions to the T and create those projects exactly. We're going to mix it up ever so slightly, just in terms of the measurements. So my Ultimate Pro, I'm opening it up, and I'm going to get my boxer board out. So this does not come included in your Ultimate Pro, but you can get this on today's show. And we're going to create one of the advanced gift boxes from the USB. So let's start with a piece of card. We're going to start with our outer box. We've trimmed our cardstock to 11 5/8 of an inch by 6 1/4 of an inch. So 11 5/8 by 6 1/4. And we're going to place the short edge onto the box base side of our boxer board, and we're going to score at 2 3/8. So each line is 1/8 of an inch. So if I line that up at the edge and score it at 2 1 3/8 of an inch, just scoring down, and again using several scores, then place the fold onto the board again and score at exactly the same 2 3/8 of an inch. Popping our score line onto there like so, repeating again, putting that score line on the edge, 2 3/8 of an inch, and then finally onto there again, 2 3/8 of an inch. And all that does is that gives us our basis of our outer box. So that's exactly the same what we've done here. We've just used a slightly different colour tone of cardstock, using some of our Pearl 300 GSM paper. I say paper card. Then we're going to go for our box lid. So all we've done is we've cut a piece of cardstock to 5 3/8 of an inch square, and then this time we're going to work on the box lid side of the board, and we're going to score at 1.5 inches on each side. So that's 1 inch, and so that's going to be 1.5. I'm going to score on one side, and your scoring tool that I'm using does absolutely come included in your Ultimate Pro. So you're not just getting the actual Pro itself, you get all the little accessories, you get like the little pegs for creating your bows, because there is of course an integrated bow maker in your Ultimate Pro as well. You even get your little cutting mouse because you've got a paper trimmer included. There's absolutely all sorts. So scored that at 1.5 on each side. Then all you're going to do is you're literally just going to take a pair of scissors and you're just going to chop out the little tabs there, one on each side, just to reduce the bulk when we come to fold this together. And then we're just going to fold our box together. So we're going to add some tape onto our tabs. Again, you could be using your red liner tape, but for speed, I'm going to use my tape runner. So this is going to form the lid of our box. So add some tape onto all 4 of those tabs where we cut the little triangle out. My tape runner's not playing ball today. There we go, that'll do. And then just fold them in so our tabs go on the inside where we've got our glue. Next one, going round like so.
Lots of chat coming in about the Ultimate actually. Let us know if you've got the Ultimate Pro. It'd be interesting to see how many of you have got it who are watching today. Rose says the Ultimate Pro is awesome. And Kimberly just saying, I use my Ultimate Pro all the time. I think it's one of those kits, isn't it, that you'll have on your craft desk because, well, like you've just said, Lily, it's the kind of accessory that you'll come back and use pretty much most days you're crafting, isn't it?
Yeah, because I mean, personally, I tend not to buy card bases. I'll score my own, so it means that every time I craft, I will need to add a score line into something, so I will need to use my Ultimate Pro. So it is literally something that I'll use every single time that I craft. You just have it beside you in your craft room, and you'll just need to use it all the time. So that is our box lid. We've just added a little bit of decorative paper onto the top of there as well. And now we're going to go to creating the drawers. So we trimmed a piece of cardstock to 5.25 by 5.25, and we're going to use the box lid side of our Ultimate Pro. And all we're going to do is we're going to score at 1.5 on each side. So I'm going to line that up, and we're going to score from there to 1.5. And then we're going to turn it and do exactly the same on all 4 sides. And we're just using some pretty pattern paper. This is from our Paisley pad, which is a lovely, lovely pad. When I say paper pad, it is really cardstock with it being...
300 GSM, isn't it?
Yeah, 300 GSM, so it's perfect for all your construction projects like we're doing here. It's going to give you that really, really strong, solid base for all your boxes. So use your scoring tool. The other end of the scoring tool you can use to reinforce those score lines that we've just popped into that. I tend to reinforce my score lines first, and then I'll go in and cut my little tabs out. So final one, reinforce that like so. So you don't even need to be buying separate bone folders. You've got everything within your Ultimate Pro already. You've got the tools that you need to be able to create the most professional looking boxes. So then all we do is we cut our triangles out. So we cut 1 on each side. So that's 1.
I know you just mentioned
2.
this, but I've noticed everybody always says this. So it's just literally to make it easier to put together?
Yeah, it just means it sort of reduces a little bit of bulk when you come to stick it together.
Okay.
It just makes it it just makes it fold a little bit neater and a little bit easier, really. So I've realised on my others I've got that design on the outside, so I'm just going to fold that back the other way.
Karen just said I own the American and the UK version when Sarah had it first made available on last year's birthday party. And I think from judging from most of the comments coming through that the majority of you do have the Ultimate Pro. If you don't have it, this is the day to grab it, because not that you'd be left on your own anyway, because there's plenty of videos out there as far as kind of crafting along with this is concerned, and plenty of shows that you can go back on. But the fact is, we give you that USB, the 16th anniversary, the one which we launched last year with those 33 projects on with Sarah. You're getting that for free. It's worth £45 or almost $50. So it's a really good day to jump in and grab this, and explains everything that you need as far as using your Ultimate Pro is concerned. 10 minutes remaining. We will be doing a vote on the demo of the show very shortly indeed. And don't forget, we're both back for Second Chance Sunday a little bit later.
Certainly are. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Should be fabulous. We're just building our box up. So we cut our triangles out, and then we've added a little bit of tape onto our tabs, and we're just building our box together. Ooh. Really, really simply. So just going around, sticking them all. It is easier if you take the backing off one piece at a time. Just makes it a little bit more manageable, but as we don't have the luxury of time, we've just done all 4 at once. And then we've done that another 3 times, so we've got 4 of those boxes. Then all we're going to do is we're actually going to stick these into this outer case.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we'll line these up. So I have 1, 2, yeah, 3, and that 4th one will go all the way down into the bottom. And then what it will be is it'll basically roll up, fold round, and once you finish, it will leave you with something like we've got here on the advanced gift boxes step of boxes. But you can see it's really, really easy to create. And of course, your lid does go on the top just like that we created. So it's 3 main elements. You create your wrap, you create your lid, you create your 4 stacking boxes, which will all go on top of each other, and then it'll all fold round. But that project is on the USB, so to make it a little bit easier, break it down step by step with a little bit more time. Sarah will show you exactly how to put that together, but that just give you a little bit of a taste of the sort of things you can be creating using your Ultimate Pro and the fabulous USB we've got on today's show. Yeah, and that fabulous USB, of course, which you're getting for free, worth $44.99 or $49.95. It is absolutely brilliant, and of course the great thing is when you've got a USB like this, you can do it in your own time. You know, you can skip back, skip forward, choose the project that you want to work on, free with the Ultimate Pro today. So £39.99, $69.95. If you're a Platinum member, the price comes down even further for you, another 20% off. So that's £31.99, $55.96. Lots of love for the Pro coming in. Interesting to read from Val Lloyd. Lovely Val. Hi Val. Says, I have an original model of the Pro, which I passed on to my daughter-in-law, then had the newer version, which has pride of place at my desk. I also have the Purple Glitter Pro, which was a special edition. Ooh, well, there you go. Special editions. Wow. Val, thank you so much for that. Thank you for all of your comments coming through. We'll recap on a few more deals in just a second, but before that, I think it's worthwhile getting the vote of the show going. So in case you have just joined us, let's recap on all of the makes that Lily has made over the course of the last couple of hours. Refresh our memories. I'm almost refreshing mine as well. It feels like ages ago to start the show, even though it's gone ever so quick. So our first demo, we looked at one of the treat boxes. So we created our picnic treat box. That's demo number 1. Demo number 2, we use some of the favour boxes, the Locking Heart favour box, to create this pretty lilac and silver little sweet box there. And then finally, we used our double-sided dies to create our double-layered hexagon box where the butterfly has just flown away. I will stick that back on in a minute, I promise, but that is demo number 3. Demo number 4, we didn't exactly finish, so we're going to exclude that one. So you've got 1, 2, or 3.
All right, get voting. I reckon you've got about 3 minutes to get your vote in there. In that time, and it's worthwhile just recapping on some of the big deals on this show. The Treat Box die collection for me is an absolute cracker. Launched fairly recently, this, I think just before I went on my extended vacation. When was it? 10th of February. Today you're saving £31.97, $35.85. Platinum members, the price comes down even further for you. But essentially, what you're getting within this collection is a whole set of templates and also dies to be able to create the most amazing boxes. So you've got your roll-up treat box. I'll show you these in sort of situ in just a second so they make more sense for you. But you've got, as I say, templates and then the dies as well to be able to create. So your worker dies and then all of the different additional elements to be able to embellish these, add panels to them as well to make sure they look the absolute business. You then also got in this collection your gorgeous picnic treat box. I said it again, didn't I?
Picnic.
Why did I not say that? Picnic. 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 So again, all of the dies, all of the dies to be able to embellish these two, and then the templates included there as well to make those bigger boxes should you wish. And then lastly, your prism treat box, and again, this allows you to create the most stunning boxes with all of the different embellishments, all of the different panels on there as well. And I'll show you, because it's always good to see kind of what you get, but it's even better to see what you're able to make. So the prism box, each one you're going to be able to make these really cool little boxes here. So again, perfect for all sorts. I always think chocolates when I ever have a look at these, but you've got the ability then to be able to make multiples of these to make into a bigger box, which is amazing. Decorate it up again, and once again, think about all of the different cardstock that you've got at home. Think about all of the different papers that you've got at home as well, to totally personalize these for a particular event or for a particular person. There's your picnic box. Again, your traditional picnic box, really nice and simple to be able to make. Choose your colors, choose your patterns, choose the occasion, and then again with that template and the picnic boxes used individually, you can then create fantastic boxes like this, which I absolutely love. And then you've also got your roll-up box die in there as well, which again, if you just want to make one on its own, you can, but then the ability to be able to create even more complex boxes just like this for all sorts of little treats. You do get 50 of the hook and loop fastening dots in there as well to be able to make those fasten up nice and easily. $71.99, HE156. Also on the show, the favour boxes. These have also proved really popular. I'm not surprised at the price on these as well. Templates and dies included to be able to make boxes like we've got here. So that one there is your locking heart box, the one which Lily was demonstrating a little bit earlier on. You've got your beautiful country cottage box on there too, and there's two more different designs within this set as well. And with each of these, you've got the template and then the dies to be able to decorate these up. So whether you want to be able to add the layers or actually cut into them, you can do. This should be £67, $80. What a price today, saving 60%. Platinum members, just over £20 you pay today, $25.54 if you're a platinum member, which is a phenomenal deal. For all of your kind of construction needs today, there is something for you, I'm sure. And like we said, we're getting into that season where boxes are going to be coming into their own, whether you're looking to create for Easter, whether you're looking to create for Mother's Day, for weddings coming up, you're covered on this show. We have a result on the demo of the show.
Woohoo!
Woo! The winner is... One.
Yay!
Not
Demo
surprised.
number one. Our little Easter type box. Fabulous.
That
Using
is-
our treat boxes.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah.
A fantastic looking picnic basket, Lily.
Picnic. Picnic.
That will go up onto the Crafty Walk of Fame, and you could vote for that as your favourite make of the day and indeed the week. A little bit later on, we've got Second Chance Sunday coming up, and I know that we're going to be giving you another chance to get your hands on the launch product from Colour Me Happy a little bit earlier on. Those colouring pads are coming up for you. Also, the kindly thoughts from Knitwit. If you missed the launch of that, which was on Thursday, was it? Was it Friday? Lose track of the days. Friday. That's coming up. We've got a whole host more as well, haven't we?
Oh, we've got so much. We're going to be taking a look at Knitwit, like we say, carved front colouring pads. We're going to have a little look at Bell Countryside. We're going to be doing a little bit of flower forming with our Bell Countryside. We're going to perhaps be looking at a little bit mini memories. I know you guys went absolutely crazy for that when Leanne brought it to us on Thursday. So just so much good stuff. Left fold alphabets that were back in stock on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Got a bit of that as well. Tons of amazing stuff. You're going to have to join us at 7 because I know I can't wait.
Thank you so much, Lily. We will look forward to seeing Lily back then. And like we said, it is a jam-packed show, always busy Second Chance Sunday. Lots of our recent launches and, again, items which you might not have seen, you might have missed over the last couple of weeks. We bring to you all together in one jam-packed show to finish off what has been a busy week. Don't forget as well, in between times, to check out our website. There you will find deals on some of our craft kits, boxes 37 through 44 with a 40% saving for National Craft Month. And also, if you haven't yet seen it, there's a brilliant competition on our craft Crafters TV page, where we're giving away a massive bundle, which includes one of our Gemini machines. Full details on our page. Definitely worth searching that out if you get a couple of moments in between shows. But until then, make sure you check out your baskets, grab everything that you love from this show, and we will come back and join you in, yes, a couple of hours' time when we wrap up the week with Second Chance Sunday. Until then, from Lily and myself, we'll see you in just a bit.